Alright, we're back. Still don't have a haircut. Thank you, lockdown. Still don't have a trim, but we moved. That's why we are wearing the hat today. But for those that don't know, my name is Ore, or Oreoluwa. You know, a beautiful Nigerian name. A name Tuni Agbara, a name that carries weight. Don't let this British accent fool you. Like, I am very much a proud Nigerian man, and I don't want to get flogged in the comments for not pronouncing my name properly. For those wondering, and I'm pretty sure nobody cares anyway, my name means a gift from God. Yoruba, once again, beautiful, beautiful language. I don't really feel like I'm in a position, I don't think anyone's in a position to say anything about anyone's names, but there are some names I listen to and I'm like, what does that even mean? Now, I am trying to lead somewhere with this, but I just want to say, who am I to say anything about anyone else's names? Especially when you have somebody like Katie Hopkins saying things like this.
Well, as I said, I don't judge people on their surnames, but certainly I do make a very quick decision based on their first names. And there's a whole bunch of first names that I don't like. I don't like footballers' names. I don't like names after seasons of the year. I don't like geographical location names. It's geographic. Oh, so Brooklyn. Or London.
Your child's called India?
Yes, but you know, that's because it's not related to a location, that's because it's related to a family.
Now, there are a lot of things I could say about Katie Hopkins, a lot of things I could say about we neither have the time, and I don't want to get prosecuted, so we're just gonna move on. She's a cunt. What? Sorry. Cool. Anyways, I've always found it super weird as to why certain people name their children after a month in the year. Is there something that I don't know? Is there a reason behind it? Is there like a meaning behind the name April or a meaning behind the name June? I don't really get it. Either way, the first minute or however long this video has been so far has been incredibly pointless. I just needed an excuse to talk about the name and the month June. And here are all the wonderful and crazy things that happened in the month of June. So, I'm gonna ask you a very simple question. Wizkid or Vybz Kartel? Wizkid or Vybz Kartel? You can only choose one artist. Who are you picking and why? Honestly, it's actually such a difficult decision to make, especially if you like both dancehall and Afrobeats like myself. Well, in the month of June, it was the ultimate showdown, Africa versus the Caribbean, again. And this showdown was brought to us by the wonderful people at No Signal Radio.
One comes. Yo. Hey, come and get spun. I said come and get spun. I heard man say that gets ain't the hardest. Lie. Keep it 101 bars. Mega man's back. Mega man down. Mega man hat. Cool. Mega man chat. Slugs might swell a man's back. The night before, put man on life support. Send man to ever and back. Ding ding if you ever make your ting ring. War Bella man back. And it's GHETTNO. Hot ain't nothing but freezing cold.
But yeah, 2020 was the year where people actually started listening to radio again. And it's so funny here because I was gonna cut this bit out because basically I applied for a job in radio, I didn't get it, I was unsuccessful, whoop-de-doo. And I was gonna say some really horrible things about the radio industry and the fact that nobody listened to radio in 2020, but I didn't get the job, so I can kind of criticize. Nobody really listens to radio in 2020, let's be honest. Anyways, being cooped up indoors and not being allowed to go out allowed some new creatives the opportunity to flourish. And for me, No Signal was probably one of the best things to come out of quarantine. It actually got people listening to the radio again, and not to that cocaine sniffing, diluted, chart topping music that they play on all those white radio stations. Nah, it got black people listening to black voices on an unapologetic black radio station.
Well, they are contestants for tonight, and they're coming onto stage now. Way, hello guys, hello.
Hello!
Gang shit, gang.
Can we just say, before we start,
drop that bomb.
Obviously this is season 3 of NS10v10, we have seen your tweets. Bare people will be like, where's 10v10 coming back? We are back, I know we are running late, but you know what? It's all good, it's all vibes, and it's going to be a lot of fun tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun tonight. What's happening, Biss?
Okay, back to the matter, open and close. Where were we? That's it, Nigeria versus Jamaica. So No Signal had been running a show throughout quarantine called NS10v10. It was a very simple concept. There are 2 contestants and each contestant will rep a particular artist or a particular sound. Then they will go head to head and choose the best songs for which side that they're representing. in order to be declared the winner of the show. Now, I know what Nigerians are like when it comes to Wizkid. They are very, very territorial, and I can say exactly the same for Caribbeans and Jamaicans when it comes to Vybz Kartel. So this was the war of all wars, and not only did this break the no signal servers, but it actually broke the internet. There were listeners from over 70 countries around the world, and literally it took up every single trending spot on Twitter for like the whole of quarantine. Like, it was a very, very big deal. Also, really, really quickly, shout out to me. I hosted one of the NS10v10s. I got away with making this reference on the show, but literally nobody clocked it. And it shows you once again that I am a sick and twisted, weird individual.
Yeah, I think I'm getting flogged on Twitter right now. They're saying, Ori, are you not hot in this turtleneck? I'm not even gonna lie. I am absolutely roasting, and not in the way that you think I am, because wow.
Alright, keeping the show on the road, we are really going to get into the meat and into the crux of all the things that happened in June. And June happened to be the month where everybody uttered 3 simple words. Don't leave me.
Josh, say something now. Talk now.
Can't you see? Can't you see I'm on leave?
Hey! What? Wait. What are you doing? What are you doing?
I want to take my leave.
Hey! I can't believe this. I can't believe this, bro. What?
Don't disturb me. Live your life.
Oh, bro. Wait for me. Don't leave.
Can I just say, yeah, this trend was funny up until the moment that the Americans got involved. And look, I ain't got nothing wrong with the Americans. Y'all people are cool in it, but sometimes you just ruin stuff, and I feel like you ruined this challenge. And personally, I don't really find Americans that funny. I don't want to get dragged here, but the only thing that's actually funny about Americans is the way that they dress.
Hey, think about it. Basketball edition. I lay down. I get up. Lay up.
I got bugs. I throw it out. Bugs out! Don't leave me!
I run fast. Break. Fast break.
I sit on bench. I'm warm. Bitch from up. Don't leave me.
Boo! Boo! Oh, brother, get off the stage, man.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Hey, funny guy! I got a joke for you! What smells rotten and puts people to sleep?
Noxious gas?
No! Your act!
Now, in 2020, despite the fact that all the venues, all the clubs, all the festivals were closed due to that pandemic stuff that was going on, the only thing that was actually able to go on a world tour was racism. And it was racism towards black people. Again, surprise, surprise.
Go back to your welfare. Tonight, a Pennsylvania middle school teacher has been suspended after her racist rant aimed at an African-American parent dropping off his child in the school's parking lot.
Probably on welfare, too.
Not even a little bit. 6 figures a year, man. It's because I'm young and I'm black, and the reason why you would say that.
That's right, because you're black.
The murder of George Floyd allowed us to actually have some real, honest and raw conversations about racism in society. Well, that's over in America, but not those conversations here in England, because I don't know what you're talking about. There's no racism in England. There's no racism in England. You're making it all up. You've got a chip on your shoulder.
The whites have become black, a particular sort of violent, destructive, nihilistic gangster culture has become the fashion. And black and white, boy and girl operate in this language together. This language which is wholly false, which is a Jamaican patois that's been intruded in England. And this is why so many of us have this sense of literally a foreign country.
You see me, yeah? I pray they never let me in a room with David Starkey, because if they do, I will tell him to suck his mum. To be fair, she's probably dead anyway, so who really cares? Is that too far? Is that too far? I don't care. I don't actually care. I'm actually so sorry. I just don't care. And to be fair, if he did suck his mum, it'd probably be the first time he's tasted a bit of flavour. Jesus Christ. Alright!
That's never more than half.
Mine was huge.
Oh, yours was huge as well, right?
I keep saying it here, but I'm literally one joke away from being super cancelled, and I just don't care. I don't care. But yeah, no, on a serious note, like back to what we were really talking about, I personally have never seen any racism in Britain. As I keep saying, this is a tolerant society, and black people need to stop having a chip on their shoulders.
My class, 1/3 of my class are black children. Then I've got a bunch of half-caste children. I've got one little girl who's stunningly beautiful. She fell over, scraped all her face. I admit I was slightly surprised that where she scraped all her face, it's all pink underneath. Right? Did I expect it to be black? I don't know.
You see, when I watched that video, I just really want to... Do you know what? Let's just move on. Let's just move on. And sticking with the topic of race and tense racial relations here in England, this is the moment that still lives very much rent-free in my head to this day.
This statue of a 17th century slave trade owner, Edward Colston in Bristol, stands no more. Protesters then dragged it through the street to the harbour.
So wait, let me get this right. You're telling me that the UK has statues of actual slave traders up in public places in England, and you just expect black people to be alright with that? Yeah? Now, I personally don't support criminal damage. However, I just want to say I love this song and re-load it.
Run down who your body got splash up. Big dot, check, smoke your whole gaff up. Rush with a rush, ain't in no passer. Do things and stuff with that clean. Invest racks in various things.
Let's be honest, yeah, this really pissed off quite a few white people, especially the ones that are obviously racist, who feel like their country is going to shit. Boo-hoo, all these black people taking over, boo-hoo. So some of these amazing patriotic white people took to London town to get down there and to defend their country's statues.
Yeah, that is more important, like, even if history's bad, if you rip it down and get rid of it, it will get forgotten.
Another group tried to break through, attacking a barrier and police across the road from Downing Street.
What a lovely young bunch of men. I would love to be there, mates. I'm pretty sure we'd get along really well, don't you think? You know, just hanging around, defending our statues, you know, a couple Hitler salutes as you do. Doesn't mean I'm racist, you know, just Hitler was a good guy. It's just, you know, I just wanted to defend our statues and just do what's right for Britain, you know, God save our Queen.
Where this, Churchill, who defeated Hitler, being defended by men apparently making Nazi salutes.
Now, if that wasn't bad enough, once again, a black man had to come in and save the day. And not only did he have to come in and save the day, he once again had to be the bigger person and do this.
A single image that says so much. The black man is Patrick Hutchinson, personal trainer, grandfather, and it's been said, British hero. Patrick doesn't know the man he saved from a kicking, or worse, but he knew he had to act.
His life was under threat, so I just went under, scooped him up, put him on my shoulders and sort of started marching towards the police with him.
Oh, by the way as well, yeah, the guy that he carried, as in the white guy that got beat to a pulp, he actually hasn't reached out to Patrick Hutchinson, and he hasn't even thanked him all these months after it happened, and well, it goes without saying, tolerant society, eh? Anyway, while we're here, let me distract you with a couple of images of some cakes. Oh, and finally, before we wrap up, in the month of June, this happened in America.
I demand this department to be defunded and redistributed to the communities that it has terrorized. You should be ashamed of yourself.
I'm still trying to figure out why the LAPD agreed to doing this. I mean, personally, I wouldn't have done it if I worked in the police, but from a consumer's point of view, this shit was hilarious. So basically what happened was citizens of LA would call into this hotline and use it as an opportunity to complain about the way the police had been behaving to members of the public. And effectively, the LA police would have to sit there and take abuse whilst trying to keep a straight face. It was something out of like a weird Black Mirror episode. And I have to say, my personal favorite was this guy.
Black Lives Matter, defund the police. I find it disgusting that the LAPD is slaughtering peaceful protesters on the street. I had 2 friends go to the protest in Beverly Hills a couple days ago, and the protest was peaceful until the police showed up with their excessive violent force, shooting rubber bullets and throwing tear gas. Is this what you think of protecting and serving? Because I think it's bullshit. You, Michael Moore. I refuse to call you an officer or a chief because you don't deserve those titles. You are a disgrace. Suck my and choke on it. I yield my time. You.
Listen, as I keep saying, yeah, America is the gift that keeps on giving. It is a very, very special and interesting place. But listen, that was June in a nutshell, and I yield my time. Goodbye.